The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast are for general information only, and any reference on the information provided in this podcast is done at your own risk. This podcast should not be considered professional advice whatsoever. The third-party materials or content of any third-party site referenced in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the opinions, standards, or policies of the owner. In other words, just have a fucking sense of humor, will you, and enjoy.
Now you listen to me, you sick son of a bitch.
Welcome back!
Woo. Wow. Call the men in the white coats and let's have them committed, because that was mental.
Interesting. I like how you did that. That's great. Did you think about that before this?
I did a little bit, yeah.
Did you? Busted! Busted.
It's always mental. It's the shits and gigs battle cry.
I know. Do we like it though?
I love it. I think it's great.
I want a bit more peace.
It's a bit
coming.
childish.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Is that why some people get annoyed when we start?
I don't know, but I think you're right in the way that some people like to sing along. They're like, here we go!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
off to the mental hospital.
Off to the mental hospital. Yeah, it's pretty insane, man. It really hurts, and for me,
it's
it takes
quite
me about
exhausting for you, is it?
It takes about 10 minutes to get back into not being lightheaded.
Yeah. Well, that's because you committed, and you never half-ass a battle cry. If I can give you that. I can give you that. Anyway, we're back.
We're back. Woohoo!
Episode 23.
Oh, there it is. Wow, man, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and you want to know why the number 23 is significant today?
I know. It's significant for me. Number 23 is because, of course, it's Michael Jordan's shirt.
Is there any
number?
Are there any other basketball players that are allowed the number 23?
No, I'm not from that documentary.
It's now like, oh no, you can't touch the number 23.
You can't. And if you do, everyone's like, you fucking idiot. Imagine like a white guy taking the number 23. Exactly. He would get stoned to death.
He'd get sued by Nike probably.
Totally.
Anyway, the more importantly, the numerology of the number 23 represents a companionable essence expressing a personal sense of freedom.
What?
Yeah, well, that's
doesn't make
what
sense.
It says here. And it's also the number 23. A weird movie with
number 23.
Yeah, with
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, the only movie where he's not funny.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't funny in Liar Liar.
Oh, shut up! He's funny in everything. That's have you've seen it? Yeah. So
no, I didn't want to see it.
So the number 23 is.
Don't ruin it. Spoiler alert.
He goes. Oh, spoiler alert! It's from like 2006. And he gets obsessed with the number 23, and it has all these crazy meanings, and he goes a bit mental, and I don't know. I think it turns out like he's actually schizophrenic, and it doesn't mean anything. You know, because you know how some people look into it, they're like, 666,
so much.
The number of the devil,
and
it's got all these different meanings and stuff like that. But I actually enjoyed it, but I prefer me a funny Jim Carrey.
Yeah, fucking the funny, what's it called? Funny Man. Funny, when it was him and Reese Darby, that was a funny one. Thing Almighty's fucking great as well, and so is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. How are we today?
Bruce Almighty.
That's right, Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
Bruce Almighty, what a dumb name. Who would name a kid Bruce anyway? Okay, everybody, welcome back. This is amazing. Welcome to 2021. We didn't do a couple episodes. This is like the first episode in so many fucking weeks because...
It was just hard to link it up.
Yeah. As for us in New Zealand... We haven't got the COVID.
Yeah.
We're busy. We can go to a cafe. I can go get booze.
We're working.
We're working hard, man.
And to say no to work at the moment, you'd be mental.
You got to be mental, man. So, but thank you everyone for coming back. Sorry we haven't been there. Sorry, we've been a little bit absent. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you had a really good New Year's. We've been doing really well, thank you. And thank you very much, everybody, just go through some of these stats. YouTube videos, 138,000 views on our shit. So thank you very much on our shits and gigs. Some of our episodes there and some of the clips. So thank you very much for supporting, liking, coming in there, doing that. 1,000 subscribers as well, plus doing your thing there. Keeping there. Sorry, we've noticed there's been a couple of drop-offs. That's what you get. We don't really care. And also 25.8k thousand downloads and listens on the Podbean, which is Spotify.
See, the way I figure it, if you want us to do
Apple.
more episodes... The best thing to do would be to like, comment, and subscribe.
Always.
Send us to the moon, and then we can pop one of these out once a week or once a fortnight.
There we go.
Yeah, so,
which we were doing at the beginning. We will do, but it's the way it goes. So again, welcome to 2021. I mean, 2020, we could just say that we essentially ignored that, don't we? Just sort of put it behind us, I think.
Just write it off. There'll be just this big gap in the calendar.
Big gap. Nobody really wants it. And I put this thing on Facebook about, I did like a little message that said, hey, Facebook, hey, 2021, you've only got one thing to do. It's not hard. You just got to be better. Yeah, you got to be better than last year. Yeah. And then I had a guy on there that just posts and goes, well, you know what? I actually like 2020. I got to the point where I was able to just get into myself and enjoy. I was like, shut up, delete. Shut up with your bullshit.
Good time, you asshole.
You dickhead.
But it wasn't to be honest, it wasn't the worst year in the world.
It was all right. It was all right. It was a bit different.
Depends where different is entertaining.
Entertaining, I would say. Wow. And I mean, like, so much happened there. And I mean, like, what? It was like 2020, we were promised two things. You know, we were promised the Olympics and a new James Bond movie. Didn't happen, so 2021 is Olympics and a new James Bond movie. I can't wait. Excited.
Fortunately for us in New Zealand, we've got one of the most diverse sporting events in all of history going on at the moment.
Diverse sport events. Let me guess.
Go for it.
I can't. What is
America's Cup.
Oh, yes, the boating.
That's right. If you're wanting seeing a huge range of diverse people competing in an event, the America's Cup for you. No, it's not. It's all white rich people.
Yeah, all white rich people. And they're not fat, which is quite amazing, but the people that funded the boats are fat.
Yeah, well, it's all very disappointing for us because...
Should we complain about this? Should we say that I'm a bit...
So the thing with the America's Cup gripe I have is we make all our money back from tourism. That's why we run the America's Cup here.
Yep.
And we're going to lose a shitload of money because there's no tourists.
Yeah.
So it might possibly be the last America's Cup.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Even those boats, man, they put so much money into that shit.
So I say, well, use the ones from last year.
Yeah, do that. But then, those boats, they haven't got these new flaps and these flippity floppity things, and these people are sailing this way, and the plappity plibbins and the pangrangans.
Stressed out white people wearing lycra.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Cyclists of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
The cyclists of the water. We thought we'd just quickly, as Noel loves lists, you guys love lists, we want to remind you about some of the stuff that happened in 2020, even though it was we don't want to forget. Year from hell, essentially. But let's just start off with the first couple of basics. Of course, let's remember the Australian bushfires. Yeah, remember that? Terrible.
They thought they were having it bad then.
No, back
Wait
then.
a few months.
Now they're all... This is the thing. Back then it was fires. Now it's rain. They're like, we haven't had a summer. We haven't had a fucking summer in fucking a year. And I'm like, well, last year you were burning to death, and now you're complaining that you're drowning to death. So make up your fucking mind.
That's right.
And then,
so you need some balance in your life, Australia.
Balance. That's my word for the year is balance. Have I done it yet? No.
Okay.
Prince Harry and Meghan quit the royal family. That happened.
Yeah.
Remember that? Kobe Bryant died as well. Remember that? We covered that.
Gravity finally got him.
Yeah. Impeachment of Donald Trump. That happened.
Well, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
There's an attempt.
It was an attempt. That fucking parasite of a man. Oh, going on to Parasites. Parasite sweeps the Oscars.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you very much.
I haven't watched it yet.
Have you not? But no. I bet you've watched Harvey Weinstein and his little verdict here. Look at him.
Yeah, I do have a gripe with people.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, those movies weren't any good anyway. Get the fuck out of here. Just because he's a rapist doesn't mean the movies are suddenly bad.
No, Terry, of course not.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I mean, it sucks when we see when we see his name at the end of it. We fast forward.
If it was an actor in it, like a Kevin Spacey, you got to edit him out.
You got to see him
like
the whole time.
Yeah, but that doesn't make House of Cards not good.
No, it's fucking good.
Yeah.
Stock market crashed as well. 2020, there was a big, deep depression.
Forgot about that.
You did. Also, another depression was, of course, the Black Lives Matter.
Yep. George Floyd the first or second, third, who knows? Kim Jong-un died. Remember that? Everyone's like, where is he? Then we got a train that was in China or something. Right. Then back to life.
Then Biden becomes the Democratical president nominee. And then, of course, he is the president from today onwards.
Well, because after the a bit of rioting.
We'll talk about that very soon. Yeah. And then we've also got the Twitter hack that happened. You know, all those celebrities that were mentioning, like, hey, I love giving back to the community. I'll double your BTC, which is Bitcoin payment, sent to my address. There's the guy there, right there. Scammed. And then, of course, we got the Maxwell arrest.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yep. There she was. Murder hornets. Didn't hear about that one. Arrive in the US.
No, big dirty bastard hornet.
Have you heard about that one?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
The explosion that we covered. Remember that?
The Beirut blast. Bloody hell, that was gnarly.
Fucking hell. We don't know. I don't want to talk about Harris. What about our good old friend, the Black Panther? He died.
Shame. Very.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, and they're not going to replace him. Apparently, that's the end of it.
I know. They've just gone, no, he did such a good job. We're not going to replace him ever again. Respect people, because they could have easily made that a white guy. Then we had the West Coast fires as well that happened.
Yeah.
Remember that? Joe Rogan was on his phone while driving going, hey, guys, look at these fires. I'm like, get off your phone, mate. You could get pulled over for that.
Fires happen, don't they?
They do. And then Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death. Bader, sorry.
Ginsburg.
Yep, she died.
Yeah, well, she looks about 100, so.
Yep. Then here comes all the death, though. So we've got like Eddie Van Halen's death, and then Joe Biden's death. Oh, no, wait a minute.
Oh, no, that's just barely alive.
That's just
that article is for next week.
that is. So whoops, we'll put that to next week's batch.
2021's like
The highlights of 2021.
Biden dies immediately after being sworn into president.
So actually showing these people the future.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if he dropped dead at the inauguration?
It wouldn't be. It would be. It would be. It would be. Or he started to do the presentation towards the back of the room. Did you hear when he was doing that? Like in one of the speeches, he was out there doing it to the public, and then he started turning around and doing it to the wall. Yeah, idiot. And then we also had Alex Trebek, the guy from Jeopardy. He died.
Oh, what a shame.
There's lots of death here. Let's go through all those.
And then, of course, all the people from COVID.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. We can't say too much about COVID because now we just get we get what's
depressed.
In the algorithms.
Oh yes, no, we don't want to get cancelled. We believe Corona is real. Do not believe the conspiracy.
Corona beer.
Take the vaccine.
Corona beer. So there we go. That was the highlights of 2020. Thought we'd start off with a bang.
It wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't.
What was your highlight of 2020, Omar?
My highlight of 2020. That's a really good question. Can I get to the bottom of it? I think it was just me and myself, just trying to find my ways through things. And also when this shit happens, when fire and burning and death and people panic, it tests you. And can you come out better on the other side? Yes, you can. I have.
I feel like I've gained something.
Didn't even
from last
wait.
year. Oh well, come on now.
No, you did. What have you gained?
If anybody lost weight and gave up drinking in the lockdowns, they're a better person than me.
Yeah,
they're a better person than me.
I actually gained a love of craft beers.
Oh wow, because you got time to
just booze around.
You know what? I enjoyed cooking more.
Oh, did you?
Because I wasn't in a hurry.
Yeah,
you know how like you've got your busy life, whatever, you got shit to get on with. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got fucking as long as I want to make these tacos. Not like, oh, I've got an hour because I've got shit to do later. I can take all day.
Just go away.
Start my broth at lunchtime and it'll be ready.
Wow,
yeah.
That's like let it
just
stew
no
there, a bit of a Jew instead of just like slippity slapatives.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, no.
I enjoyed going to like the supermarkets. You're like, ooh, maybe we should go get a bag of chips, and that's it. Usually you go for a full... It just got you out of the house. And I went and got a bag of chips, and I took my time getting those bags of chips.
Well, I hate fucking queuing, so
there was a lot of queuing, actually.
I would avoid it at all costs.
We should have actually added in there that toilet paper was something that went into non-existence.
Right. Yeah, guess what? We never ran out.
No,
Still
we didn't.
Plenty.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. Okay, then here we go. Well, first of all, thank you very much. Welcome back. But I've done all that. Now, the most important thing of the week. Let's get away from that depressing stuff of 2020. Moving on away from that. Everybody out there, we are getting the Olympics and we are getting a new James Bond film. So you guys are fine. I'm fine. I can't wait. But of course, the most important thing was, Noel, how are you? How's your week? How was your month? Haven't spoken to you in quite a while. What's been popping? What is the color of your underwear right now? And please, how are you? What's going on? You're not wearing any, are you?
Blue camouflage.
Oh, they look a bit stained, don't they?
Yeah, well, but
old.
No, not too bad. I mean, the end of last year was a bit shit because, of course, my grandma died.
Oh, talking about death. Interesting. That's funny that you brought that up because I've actually been killing it. What? Oh, I thought you were just saying. You were saying you heard it, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Continue. You said. Well, I was saying that the death. I've been killing it at the ads lately. Got a lot of acting gigs.
That is very true. It's very hard to avoid Omar's face if you live in New Zealand at the moment.
Don't interrupt.
Oh, well.
Because I'm just saying about the ads. But you are sort of stroking the ego here. So yeah, that's right. It is very hard. I'm on 12 ads at the moment, guys. 12 ads. 12? Well, actually, sorry, it's 9.
Is that within 3 campaigns?
Yeah, 3
campaigns.
So
if you haven't noticed, Omar's in a McDonald's ad.
That's funny. We should bring that up.
He's in a
Woodstock ad. A couple of Woodstocks.
Yeah,
and
we'll look into that a bit later on.
And then also Sky Sports with that naked baby that we talked about last season, last year.
I do have a little bone to pick with that one.
Okay.
We'll get into that on another episode of ad review. But being an editor, a bit of continuity issues.
I can't wait to see it or hear about it. So we'll get into that. So keep listening.
Next
week or the week after. Who knows? We're going to surprise you. Come on, keep on your toes, people. But also,
but you've been mopping it up, haven't you?
Mopping it up. But I just want to bring it up that we talked about the McDonald's ad.
Your audition.
My audition. Did I say it was McDonald's with the ginger kid? Did I say it was a McDonald's ad? I can't remember.
I think.
Oh yeah, Janine's saying we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. So we did. So I went for that audition and it was with a ginger kid. Let's just recap. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to get this
because all the kids in that will be auditioned were gingers.
All of them.
And you don't look much like a ranger.
No, I don't.
No.
So then I was confused. Then I got called back to the callback and. I was like, oh well, okay, this is fine. It's not going to be those ginger kids. It was the same one.
What, the same
kids?
Audition with?
Yes, and I was like, this is actually really good.
Okay.
Or this is going to be horribly bad. So
Yeah.
went in there, did the same thing with the kid. We did amazing work there. I can't say his name because he's underage. He's 12. So let's just call him Jimmy Neutron. So Jimmy Neutron and me were doing the audition, nailed it. And I was like, I'm not getting this ad. Got it. Landed it.
Yeah.
Smack bang. 30K later.
Oh, yeah.
The bang bang in the bank. And it was a very good ad. And look,
that's a good ad.
people are like, it's very
compliments
hardy.
and stuff. It kind of had the Coldplay sort of sad music.
Was that what it was from, Coldplay?
I don't think it is, but it sounds like Coldplay.
It does sound like Coldplay.
Yeah. Should we have a little watch?
Yeah, just at the beginning of it. Let's just have a look at the kid and me.
Yeah, there you are. So if you can't see this, we'll paint the picture if you're listening and not things. So Omar's sort of standing on a dock of the bay.
Of the bay.
With a little boat with his kid.
There he is. Look at him.
Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch.
Look at us, Ginger. Well, we look like we're in a good relationship there, right?
They added a bit of grey into you, didn't they?
They had to. Look at that.
Look at that.
We're never gonna win.
Oh, disappointed ginger kid.
son
See,
of a bitch.
now that's what... I'll tell you a story about that.
The wife?
That's the
Oh,
wife.
the wife's quite ginger. See,
That's
there
the
you go.
issue.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Look, the little flapping of the...
Look, it's all sad and
Omar's thinking.
He's thinking. It's
Making it.
thinking shot.
The music's good. You're right. It's like Coldplay. So it's a regatta. We're watching this. If you don't know what's going on, we'll post the ad in there. So now we're racing these boats. Me and my kids. We got this other family, which is
bully
like
dad.
the bully dad, the Americans, and I look all rugged, and their boat takes it quickly, and
They're sort of capitalizing off the Americans'
Now they are.
yachting stuff. Oh, look at that. And he's got a cheeseburger spinnaker. And right away it goes. Look at that. He's grabbing his ginger kid. Oh,
not
wow.
not in that way.
Yeah,
Not just.
on by the shoulders.
There he is. Look at that
And
beautiful
They
ad.
smelled his hair, though. Bit bright, didn't he?
Had to smell it just to make sure that there was no pickles in there or mustard.
Oh, well, very good ad, Omar.
Thank you very much.
That is a good ad. Yeah, and they sort of added the grey.
They
and
did.
they were like, all right, we can get away with this by giving you a very fucking Viking ginger wife.
Yes,
She
thank you.
She looked like the Jon Snow's missus.
Yeah, she did. And it was funny because there's a guy at my gym. I see him from time to time, but I've never really spoken to him.
Yeah.
And he found the courage to come in because people say, do you ever get recognized? Oh shit, yes. But nobody in Auckland
unavoidable
wants to
now.
say anything.
Yeah.
Which is the thing, because they're like, do I know him? Yes, I do. I've seen him in too many ads. He's fucking slaying it. He's probably going to slay me if I talk to him because of he's on TV.
Yeah.
So this guy, he came up with the courage, and all he could say to me wasn't like, I've seen the ads. He just goes, because she was ginger, it makes sense.
Yes.
And I was like,
Yes.
oh yeah, you're right.
That casting director's getting rehired.
Totally. So there we go. That was a nice little ad.
Well, approaching people in public can be weird sometimes. Like imagine, like sometimes you might see this. I've heard about this happening before. People in the past, they'll be like, "Oh, I recognize that girl. Where do I recognize her from?" You see, and then he goes, "Excuse me, do I know you?" And they're like, "I get this all the time. I'm a porn star." And then he's like, "Oh,
Whoops.
embarrassing. That's why I recognize you."
Ah.
There's a great video on YouTube where the guy will play people, like he plays stuff on his keyboard for people that he meets on Omegle, which is like that. What's it called? Chat roulette type of thing.
Yeah.
And he'll play like the Pornhub theme, so like doom ba boom ba boom, play the little tune.
Yeah.
And then the people he's talking to will be like, I know that song. Where do I know that from? I know that tune. Oh man, I just can't think of it. And then when they realize, they're like, oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, now everybody knows. Yeah, watch the porn.
But don't people go on that to jerk off anyway, amigo?
Yeah. A lot of people do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of like like if you click through,
Strangers, talk to strangers or
it's
something.
I'd say it's about half and half. Half wankers, half normal people.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah. But yes, very good ad, Omar.
Thank you very much.
Success.
Thank you very much. And then also, just that was last year. Just have a recap. We also then had a very good episode last year with Alex Saunders. From,
yes.
No, was it this year? It was last year, of course.
That was last year.
With Alex Saunders from Nuggets News talking about Bitcoin, and I think that was probably one of the best episodes because it was timed perfectly of right before Bitcoin broke its all-time highs of $20,000. It was around 18K at that point.
Yeah.
And from that point onwards, it's exploded. $40,000 today per coin. It hit. So that's
Wow.
That's 100% more. That's doubled.
Got the Bitcoin T-shirt there.
Here's my new merchandise.
Run BTC.
Run BTC. People thought there was like run bitch. And I was like, well, you clearly don't know what Bitcoin is because if you did, you'll be running from the banks.
to the Bitcoin
market.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit.
Yeah, but no, great. We'll have Alex on again.
We have to. He wants to talk about Ethereum.
Bitcoin gets mental in that.
So. You learned a lot there. I
did. I'm going to get into it. Omar's going to help me set up my crypto shit. So
yep, it's good.
It's going to be sweet.
Yeah, it's all about freedom. So that was a great episode, and we had some fun last year. But it's not about that. It's about getting to this year.
It's a new year.
New year. We got new sponsors, and that takes us into the nice little segue into the best bit of the whole episode and everything about shits and gigs. Of course, is ad copy. Go on, Noel.
No ads.
What?
We've got no sponsorship currently. If
Oh,
you're wanting
right.
to sponsor or have your product shown on this amazing platform called the Shits and Gigs Podcast,
That's us.
email us at
You heard the stats at the beginning.
Gmail.
You'll get our Gmail.
Shit and Gig.
Shit and Gig Podcast. Sounds like we're those Vietnamese people. Yeah, so a bit racist.
Yeah.
We don't do that on the show, by the way, all you ad sponsors out there. So anyway, we haven't got one for this week, but we do have one coming next week, which is going to be
coming back,
bit on the side coming back, but they've had no events. They're having events later on, apparently.
Yeah, because all the events got kind of cancelled, didn't they?
They did. So let's just go into another bit, which is another bit of my favorite bits, and this is called the middle bit.
Love it, because it's between the start and the end.
It is.
That's why I like it.
It's the best bit as well.
In the middle, it's like you know when you get a burger, the bread isn't the good bit, is it?
No, it's not. Well, it depends if it's a brochy bread.
I don't eat those French.
You don't
fucking
like
burgers.
this?
No.
But it's sort of like when you're having sex. Do you prefer the foreplay or the, or do you prefer the?
Well, you should enjoy it.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you should, but what bit do you really like? We don't like talking about sex on this podcast because
It's gross.
It's gross. Another thing that's gross is, of course, what do these guys have in common, Noel? I wanted to bring this up with you because it's a very big
quiz me.
Quiz you. So we've got Exhibit, NWA, Eminem, 50 Cent, Warren G, The Game, Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, Anderson .Paak, and Kendrick Lamar. What do they all have in common?
I'd say several ex-wives.
That.
Yeah.
And I thought you might go, most of them are black.
Yeah, well, Eminem, exception there.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Anderson .Paak, I've never heard of that. Sounds like a fucking retirement village.
Anderson .Paak. Well, you're wrong on all those. One man only. Dr. Dre.
Oh, yes.
Without him, the world would never have been the same.
Again, like I'm.
We talked about it a few times actually.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who I'm not very. I don't have a large fandom of people. There's certain people that I love.
Okay.
Fucking Sam Neill.
Oh yeah, you always talk about Sam Neill.
Yeah, he's my favorite actor.
Yeah.
But again, Dr. Dre, massive fan. I'm willing to say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If someone goes, "Are you a fan of Jeremy Renner?" I'll be like,
"Oh,
goes without saying."
Jeremy Renner. Boom.
Beautiful. But yeah, Dr. Dre. I mean.
So he had a brain aneurysm or something. What was it? It was something here.
Aneurysm.
Aneurysm. Yeah.
That sucks.
So a little bit of a vein popped in his head.
See, that's what a high profile divorce will do to you.
Yeah, totally. This
gold digging whore stealing and trying to steal his Dr. Dre money.
Talking about stealing, did you hear that when the news went out to the world on TMZ
of Dr. Dre?
Guess what happened? People went to steal shit from his house. They got busted.
Son of a bitch.
Because they knew he wasn't at home. So they must know that he must be always at home. I mean, in COVID.
In the COVID, yeah, he probably is. But it's not like Dr. Dre lives there by himself.
No.
He's got
security
his homies
guards
hanging out.
Totally.
Well, they're going to be strapped.
You don't fuck with Compton.
No.
You don't fuck with Compton no more shit, man.
I think he lives in Beverly Hills now.
Oh, he does. I bet he's never touched a gun in his life.
No.
And look at him. He's wearing like Gucci's and
yeah, he's rich now.
Probably got a new hip or something, you know. Oh, but there we go. It's Ice Cube sending out his love and prayers to my homie.
Soon. It seems like he's up and awake though.
Oh, is he? Do you think this was a stint, like a Harvey Weinstein? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Nah. No, what, like a sympathy card?
But maybe with a divorce thing?
But he was winning the divorce thing.
Was he? But did you hear that? Because he's in Beverly Hills here with the LA. So what lawyers you sit in a fucking in a fucking thing full of lawyers. They're all there to fucking eat you alive.
Yeah, that's fucking like California
divorce law
is the fucking most brutal thing. Like if he lost this, I think there's a good example. Johnny Knoxville. Yeah. When he divorced his first wife,
whoever that was.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Irrelevant to us.
Didn't get a prenup. She gets half of his earnings for life.
For life.
So any residuals, anything he makes off any of his like say if he did a movie tomorrow and it did well,
maybe that's why he's not doing movies.
She would have to give him half. Isn't that mental?
That's mental.
But that's why we're seeing this mass exodus of California.
Get the fuck out of there.
Because the tax and all the bullshit is so high, nobody wants anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And now that people are leaving California in droves, what they've decided to do is introduce a leave California tax.
Right.
So if you want to leave California and go live in another state, they now charge you an extra tax. Isn't that disgusting?
I don't think that's going to go through. That can't happen.
That's
double taxing. But also with the whole Dr. Dre thing and lawyers are there to fuck you over and steal everything from you. What the females are doing now is if you divorce the guy that's, let's say, like a Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
You divorce Kevin Hart. She can now go, well, because I was part of his life and I actually did this. I was there to help him create. It's like an agent. I was there to make your. If I wasn't in your life,
jokes.
Well, that's it. No, she wasn't. But then she goes, well, I'm part of his life, and lots of his humor is observational humor, so I'm part of that.
That's fucking mental.
That's mental. But Kevin Hart would have done this with her or not. I'm not saying that this has happened to Kevin Hart. I'm just here as an example. But it's just with all the actors and comedians and all that, all these girls, or even if it's the other way around. If I was married to Amy Schumer. And I could do the same thing.
Yeah.
I could say, no, well, I made her who she is today.
We talked about that before, about how Adele's husband cashed out.
Had to.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you live in LA, man.
Yeah, but you know why that was? It's because they got married in Los Angeles and not England. If they would have got married in England, they would have had the same situation.
So I do not listen to Notorious. Don't take any advice from Notorious B.I.G's song, Going Back to Cali. You should never go to Cali.
No,
I'm going back away from Cali.
To Wisconsin.
That's Wisconsin. Right. Perfect. So I just thought, hope Dr. Dre gets better and stop robbing people, man. Like,
and look out for those gold digging whores as well.
You got to watch out. And gold digging men.
If you haven't seen it, Bill Burr's got a great little bit. It's on YouTube, and it's literally called Gold Digging Whores.
I think
it's fucking good.
Cover that, didn't we? Oh, no, we didn't.
There's an epidemic of gold digging whores.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, he's good, man.
Oh, Jesus.
So, and then
get well, Dr. Dre.
Get well, Dr. Dre. Speaking about music, Dr. Dre, New Year's 2020 to 2021, while people were in their beds sleeping in the UK or the rest of the world, New Zealand, we were having raves. Drugs, alcohol, sex with loose women and men. That was all going down. People in New Zealand, sunburned bottoms and everything. So people were just getting out of control, man. Like you look at TikTok, there was just people on the floor melting with LSD.
Really?
Oh,
people
dude.
Went loose, did they?
Because they're like, I've had enough of this fucking year. And then they just went, I'm going to get fucking wasted, man.
I'm going to start 2021 in a coma.
Totally. And they did. Man, I'm seeing people on Instagram now that have not even come out of the light of day yet because they've just been going out. But then just going on that with the whole festival thing, the music. Surgeons warn that playing drum and bass during operations puts patients at greater risk.
Oh, really? Because they're
Hypo, moving around. But who the fuck would be playing drum and bass?
Yeah, I thought it was quite common for like brain surgeons and stuff to play like Mozart or like something relaxing so that they're calm. And you've heard that before. I remember when I was doing study at school. And they said, put on classical music.
I would love
your
that.
Your brain works better and you absorb information better and stuff like that, or you can concentrate better.
And everything's all acute, and you're just like, let me just remove this part of the vessel of the brain.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the middle of a drop while you before they go, let's go, boys! Blood flying everywhere.
And then everyone's bouncing around.
Here we go, and slice.
Yeah, and then you got people chucking things to each other as well. Drop the bass. It's like you've got like 5 different mixers in front of you.
Drop the scalpel.
So it's ridiculous. So here we go. We've got Alistair Jepson on Twitter. He goes, how music may boost surgery. Study finds listening to music increases the speed and the quality of the work. So it goes, songs for surgery, what to play. Of course, it's like Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
Yeah, well, good message.
Yeah.
Staying alive.
And that's good for the patient.
Yeah.
Before you're about to go get knocked out, imagine if you heard drum bass come on, like a fucking Andy C drop coming on, and it's like you're going to be like, oh no, this is going to end terribly. But if you heard the Bee Gees Staying Alive, you'd be like, yeah, this is going to be nice. I'm going to get out of this. And then also The Smooth Operator by Sage. You see what's going on here? This is really good. Yeah. Wake Me Up Before You Go. Yep. Don't though. Just let me go. And then Comfortably Numb. Yeah, by Pink Floyd there. And then Fix You by Coldplay.
Yeah, all very calming and relaxing type of songs. Yeah, well, good.
Not
good
bad.
To know. So do I get to choose my song if I'm going for surgery?
If you want to now, or no, well, if you had to choose a song that before
That's
you.
what I'm saying. Is it like a play? Is there a jukebox in the corner? You go
Yeah.
chuck a couple of coins in before you lie down.
Every time I go to the dentist and whatnot, I always say, "Do you mind if I play a podcast?" And they put it on for me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm listening to Joe Rogan, or sometimes I put "Fuck the Police."
Or the Shits and Gigs podcast.
That would work. And then also here's what not to play.
Okay.
Another one, Bites the Dust by Queen. Everybody's Hurts by REM.
R.E.M.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Knives Out
Oh dear.
by Radiohead. Scar Tissue, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh no.
And Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan.
Yes, no, they would just send you to the light, wouldn't they?
They would, in a nice old manner there. So, all you surgeons out there, like when I got my, Ernie done, when I had to get that boil off my dick, they didn't ask me. There was some music playing, which was quite lovely. But then when you get knocked out, you get knocked out. You just wake up and then you're just in this bed. So
Mark requested Baby Shark. So there's this guy operating on his dick going, Baby Shark. No. Oh, no. Disgusting.
You are. Okay, so we'll go down the list, I think.
A few bits and bobs to cover here.
There's a lot. I don't know if you heard about the whole Logan. Let's go into the boxing area. Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather. Did you watch the fight? The Mike Tyson versus.
I saw some of it. I saw like the highlights, and
Okay.
I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. I don't know if they were going as mental as they could have gone. I felt like they were sort of holding, not holding back. That's the wrong word.
It was a bit.
I feel like they were running at 98%.
Do you think maybe because they're over 50 that's what was happening?
Possibly.
I think that would take an effect.
They probably would have gone, hey, look, let's not give each other fucking brain damage just for a fucking.
Well, Mike Tyson wanted to. There was one point when Mike Tyson tried to kick him.
That's because he's an animal.
Mike Jones. He is an animal. Mike Jones is over Mike Jones.
Arguably the best. So.
Roy Jones Jr. But they're old. Roy Jones. I don't like the outcome. It was a rematch. They're gonna have a rematch. It was a draw. I don't think that's the way to go.
The thing is, though, I don't mind those sort of it's
exhibition matches,
match type of thing. But I'm against all these fucking YouTubers cheapening the sport of boxing with you can just call anybody up, calling out fucking Jesus. You know what I mean? Like anything's gonna happen.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be.
And that's what those Logan Pauls
Logan Paul versus Jesus.
And then also like Jake Paul, his younger brother.
Oh, just fuck. I
calling out Conor McGregor.
I can see why the boxing industry is allowing it because it's getting a new audience.
You're getting millions of YouTubers
from the YouTube audience. Yeah. So I get it, but I also think it's going to get to a point where they might start to actually cheapen what it means, or the value of like no one's going to look back, and everyone looks back at these massive fights, and Tyson versus Frazier or whatever it
those
is.
ones.
And
Muhammad Ali.
Legendary. No one's going to look at these and go, they were legendary.
Funny story though. I was at the pub and I was talking to some young'uns about just shit, and we were talking about boxing and stuff. And they're like, "Oh man, that was so fucking cool, that boxing match." And I was like, it's about the Jake Paul one, and whatever that guy's was, that the NBA fighter.
Yeah, he was an NBA. It was the NBA.
Yeah. And they're like, "Oh my god, that was so cool, man!" And there's this guy, one of these Twitch a guy that does gaming. He's about to go and do fucking boxing, and everyone's like, "That's gonna be fucking awesome."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Well, what about?"
Interested in them?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, then I said, "What about the main event?" And they go, "Oh yeah, what the one guy that's been in one movie from The Hangover?" I was like, "What, Mike Tyson?" And they're like, "Yeah, I didn't even know why he was fighting." I was like, "He's a fighter." And he goes, "Yeah, but he's only in one movie." I was like, "Oh my god, have you Googled who the fuck that guy is?" Well, no, they haven't. He didn't even know who Roy Jones Jr. was. He was like, "Who is his dad?" "Roy Jones. He's a junior. Of course, what is wrong with you?" I don't believe it.
That George Foreman sure makes good grills. I wonder what else he's achieved in his life.
That's all he was about, grills. Fucking hell.
Well, funny you mentioned Mike Tyson's acting. I've got a little
something later on.
Thing to have a look at later on.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah.
But Logan Paul, the thing I want to bring up is Logan Paul. He's actually gone around calling people like Ben Askren. He went in some at Bisbee. These are all UFC stars. He went to these bigger other boxers. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury doesn't listen to that shit. He's like, why the fuck would you come into the heavyweight division and try to fight me?
Yeah, so he's got like respect for the industry, which I get is getting lost, but I get why they do it. Yeah, they're kind of selling out a little bit.
I can't wait to see some main events coming. But then now he's also called out the one and only fucking Hollywood Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
Sorry, no,
old.
not that one. The actor, Thor.
Oh,
Chris Hemsworth. Yes,
yeah.
he's fighting him. And I just wanted to show you this clip and say, Noel, do you think that, I know you've seen Jake Paul fight, and he's very sloppy and shit. Do you think that Chris Hemsworth here would be able to beat him? Like, look at this sort of like... Do some shadow boxing.
Look at some of his skills. We're checking out one of Hemsworth's workout videos here.
Him just hitting the pads.
See, look, he's fucking Thor, bro. He's Thor.
Look at that speed of those. Look at that.
Yeah, he'll knock you out.
Fuck yeah. Look at that back, man. I love that train. I train on the app, and he's always talking to me. So when I hear that, I'm like, yeah, that's me working out.
Are you still using the Chris
fucking
Hemsworth
oath, yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at the body. Look at the rep. The back is abs.
He's a fucking animal.
Fucking hell, those guns, man. 20-inch. That was just. I think he would destroy the shit out of Logan Paul.
I hope so. I would hope so.
I think he would.
Because I wouldn't say I'm a Hemsworth fan, but I like him.
What? You like Liam?
No, I don't.
You like Steve? Which one do you like?
Steve Hemsworth.
Have you heard of him? He was in Westworld.
No.
He was in Westworld.
Oh, yes. I know. Yeah. No, I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I like Chris Hemsworth more than the YouTube nerds.
Totally.
Yeah.
He's great, man. I'm a big fan of him.
Oh, well, hopefully he kicks his ass.
And then talking about movies like that, there's been a very famous movie that has actually been done for getting slammed for being racist. And no, it does not star Chris Hemsworth or Logan Paul or Mike Tyson.
It's not. It's like an old movie that like.
Definitely.
Oh, really? Which
an old one.
movie's racist now that wasn't a few months
Exactly.
ago? Let's find out.
Let's find out right now. And the winner goes to Greece.
Oh, Greece.
It's rapey. It's rapey, they call it.
I suppose it's very white, isn't it?
Very white, homophobic, and it's also, lacking diversity.
Yeah.
So
when was it made?
1960 something, wasn't it?
For fuck's sake.
I know. It's 1978, sorry. Grease was released in 1978 and starred, of course, Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta. Two white people, one Australian.
Yeah.
And some people actually say that I look like John Travolta. So
no one I know. So
get a photo and put it next
John
to
Travolta
me.
today or...
Well, not
the
back in Grease days, mate. Come on,
Grease
not Saturday Night. Staying alive.
Well, that's a shame. So anything particular? Like we've got a quote.
Well, one person over here says on Twitter, I caught the end of Grease the movie and noticed there were no black actors or pupils at the high school. Yeah. What do you mean pupils? Like kids? There was no black actors or pupils. Are you saying pupils like people? Pupil
or eyeballs.
Yeah, that's it. Are you saying that everyone was high on MDMA or something? That's why you could barely see their pupils.
They probably were back then, man. I tell you.
Some nice cocaine back then, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then also someone here, when asked how she thought, so this is going to, I think, Olivia Newton-John. Yeah, what is she? How she thought the film has aged? She went, "It's a movie, and a fun story, and I've never taken it very seriously."
Yeah,
I mean, that's it. That should be everyone's answer for a movie and stuff, you know?
The answer to that person who's complaining about this, it's not real.
It's not real,
It's not real. It's pretend. They're pretending. It's not a real high school.
And this was back in the day when there wasn't many black people around.
Imagine how fucking annoying it would be
to
go to that high school and you're just trying to eat your fucking lunch and everyone's breaking out into a song and dance and you're like, for fuck's sake, I got halfway through my sandwich, now I'm going to get on top of this fucking car.
And you would join in, wouldn't you? You have to be part of it, all angry. Yeah. Fuck. Go Grease Lightning. And you're like, I just want to have that fucking sandwich, man. That little burrito.
Son of a bitch. Oh, well, that's a shame. So anybody, if you see anybody washing grease, take a picture of him, put it on the internet, and call him a fascist piece of shit.
Exactly. And then we've also got this interesting story about this man, a Russian man, of course.
Oh, Russian.
Russians. Never trust them. Never trust the girls, as we always go on about. Man froze to death after Google Maps wrong turn.
Oh, shit. I mean, you know what? That could happen in Russia because it's just so massive.
And they don't update. The Russians don't allow Google into their... This is what happens. Why?
Exactly. You go on Google Maps on your phone in Russia, it's a hand-drawn map.
Yeah,
with a biro.
Totally.
It's an estimation.
Or maybe it's just a photo of a map, and then you've got to like sort of...
oh, dear.
So that poor man, and so essentially he fell into a brutal death of under minus 50 Celsius weather.
Man.
After his sat-nav, which of course sat-nav, the baseline of that is Google, took him down the wrong turn on Russia's notorious Road of Bones.
Well, it's cool.
Why would you go down that in the first place?
There's a tip. Don't go down the road called the Road of Bones.
Yes, I would not do that. And
he probably thought he was like meeting up for some dogging meeting or something like that. He's like, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna get laid.
Oh.
Sticks his knob out the window, frozen solid.
Instantly.
Oh dear, there's like the police turn up and there's like the scene of all these doggers just frozen together in this single ball. Fucking amazing.
Oh dear.
Poor
So
guy, anyway.
poor guy. But look,
Yeah.
I mean, what does this show you? Do not be in. Just do not take your. Do not take your cell phone and technology. Take it with a grain of salt is what I'm trying to say here.
I've seen stories like this before where some lady
same.
just drove down a boat ramp into the water. There's the Google Drive told me to go that way. It's like, really, the big massive body of water in front of you didn't make you think you were possibly taking a wrong turn?
Idiot.
I thought it was a really big Ford.
Stupid
Fucking woman.
Poor person. So poor guy. And it also says here that there's a woman died that after she dies after shower. Oh no, wrong one. Woman dies after iPhone falls in the bath.
How did that happen then?
Well, she might have just been, having a little play and
And then electrocuted her in the bath.
Yeah, but I don't think these have got enough battery.
Oh, because you know how they explode sometimes.
What? Do they?
Well, if you stab the battery with a knife, they'll fucking explode.
Why don't terrorists do that on planes then? Because they haven't got knives strong enough, Great.
If you're a terrorist out there, Omar, full of ideas.
There we go.
He's not just he's a thinker.
I'm a thinker. Think out of the box.
Stab your iPhone, blow the plane up.
If you can get a knife.
Yeah, that's right. Damn this plastic fucker.
Fucking hell. and someone will be like, mate, you're right there. You have you got a sharpened knife? Oh, you can use mine if you want to.
Thanks, mate.
What phone have you got? Okay, so there we go. So that's some of my stories that I found interesting that I sent to our producer, and they chose those ones.
People
fucking idiot.
Dying to do with water.
I know, but then everything else was quite positive. I like how we talked about it.
Sounds like a pretty bad day for those people to be having, but...
Janine's happy. I got her one in.
Some people would have had a worse day than even death. Would you believe it?
No, worse day than even death. I don't think you remember... Death is not the bad day because you don't know that you're dying, so it's just like any other day, isn't it?
I imagine if you're freezing to death slowly,
Why am I laughing?
or being electrocuted in a bathtub. I'm glad I can't feel this, and I'm going away slowly.
Yeah, okay.
No, even worse than that.
Okay.
Fucking, if you think you're having a bad day, we work in the film and television industry.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes there's usually someone who's in charge, a boss. Mm-hmm. Someone who tells you what to do.
A boss dog.
So, you have to... Sometimes you might get a bit of a growling, a bit of a telling off. Or
if you've done your job wrong.
It never happened to me because I've always done a good job. And I have very, very good set etiquette, I'd like to think.
You do.
In these trying times, people are still trying to make movies. And sometimes you can get chewed out by somebody, and it can be pretty embarrassing. So
that's happened to me before.
Unfortunately for these crew members, our favourite Scientologist, Tom Cruise,
he's back.
He went on a mental rant about social distancing and wearing masks. And let's just have a little listen. I
did hear about this. It's quite funny.
To the crews having a bit of go.
Let's have a listen to him.
You're back here in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio.
Who's a swearer?
Insurance
companies.
Producers.
There's no video of him doing this, of course.
And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs.
For you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to see it again.
He's so good.
Ever.
But what a monologue.
And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone.
Oh, well, let's just leave it there.
Yeah, that was quite aggressive.
Can you imagine being like, say, if you were on that set, Omar, and it was you and, say, like the camera guy or the lighting guy, and you're just getting a cup of coffee or looking over a laptop, because apparently that's what was going on. And then, like, you get chewed out by a crew. Like, imagine the guy.
Imagine him just coming up to me and just going, like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
And who are you to talk back to Tom Cruise?
You can't say anything.
Like, if you were one of those crew members, and you go home at the end of the day, wife's like, oh, how was your day, honey? And you're like, whoa. Worst day ever.
Yeah.
Just got fucking chewed out by Tom fucking Cruise in
again.
Front of the whole crew. Like, that must be like the worst day ever. You're like, damn.
For me, I would just be sitting there going, look at that Cruise tensity. And now this is what it feels to act with this guy. Because if you hear him, it's
like, hold that emotion.
Yeah,
Bring
hold
it back.
that. And I would just be right in it, and I would just be following the emotion of this anger, because from how he speaks and how he's yelling, that's exactly how he talks in all of his movies, and how he yells, and when he's like, run, and he's always so specific. Now, do you think this is a marketing scheme?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Well,
it's a nice monologue there, the way that he says the words later on.
But you know, the Cruise has a certain image that he likes to upkeep.
A good producer.
Like, this is kind of caught him slipping a little bit. You know, like, have you ever heard him swear before?
Only in movies.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's calling people motherfuckers. And like
you motherfuckers.
like,
Fuck, he's good, man.
Is he
He's producing that movie.
So that gives him the right. If he was just acting, would that give him the right to yell at people?
Well, Christian Bale did that once when he was doing Terminator.
The lighting guy.
Was that okay? It depends on the degree of what it was. Someone walks in the way of your light when you're doing.
That's why he was like, "You're standing in my eye line."
Yeah, it's the same as
professional, bro.
It's the same as if I was working or if I was painting and you're about to do a splash thing and then a random guy comes in front of you and blocks your thing. You're like, why are you in the way of my painting? Yeah. So in this circumstance, he's going down the track of, we need to, as producer hat on, we want to make this fucking movie. I've employed you. Yeah. We're trying to get money. My bank account's going down.
If you dickheads get some Rona and shut the shoot down.
Which has happened 3 times already. Yeah. Then I'm going to be pissed off, and you're going to be fired, and you're going to get a black name, and you're going to lose your Scientology badges.
So that's true. They're probably all Scientologists.
All of them have to be.
Really?
I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Don't take that with a grain of salt, you people out there.
Should we give the Cruise a pass on this one then? Because if you were in that position,
I would allow that. I'd be like, you're right, Cruise. You're absolutely right. I should have kept my mask on, and I apologize sincerely. And can I be promoted?
Oh, well, that's a good way of going about getting a promotion.
Totally. If he says no,
if that happened to you, you'd probably go home and go, guess who talked to me today?
Exactly. Exactly. This reminds me of the time of when our good friend Tim Hammersley was. We shouldn't have been mentioning his name, but we did anyway. He was on the set of Skyfall, and I think I had brought the story up before. And Christoph Waltz was on the show.
Yes,
he was in that. Yeah. He was in that. Tim was one of the extras. He was on the set. Don't go, wow, he must be a famous actor. He was a featured extra, blurry in the background with his little bald head. And essentially he was just there. And of course, Christoph Waltz is German. So Chris Hemsworth was bored trying to flirt with a girl, which he always does, and he's in the scene where there's all these computers to the side, and he's walking. I can't remember this what part of the movie, but I saw it, and he's just one of the little geeks at the computers. And before they even started rolling, because he's German, he started whistling the ants go marching, and that's. And that is a German song that they used to sing, and then the Jews. And so, of course, Germans take offense to that when that comes on. And all of a sudden, you heard Christoph Waltz. This is from his experience. And Tim, and he goes, "Who's whistling? Who's whistling?" And Tim, it was like, and I heard this from Tim himself, but Tim is not an over-exaggerator, and he's not a liar. And he had to put on his head, and he said that he just pulled his little peanut head and sort of ducked away, and then it stopped and goes, "If I hear that person who is whistling, they're going to be fired."
My God, that would be scary, especially in the German accent. That'd be worse. Imagine Tom Cruise in a German accent.
Oh, he couldn't even do it.
Motherfuckers!
He couldn't even do it. He tried doing Valkyrie. Remember that movie?
No, he didn't even attempt it.
Nothing. No one did. They're all speaking in English and American accents. Fucking lazy actors, man. Me, would I do that? Would I change my accent? No, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you take your craft and do something with it. So that was a funny story, and that's happened to. So you got to watch out, man. When you're on set. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with those motherfuckers. Like, imagine fucking off, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I would have used
Jones, the Chris Jones, the cricketer. I don't know, the cricketer, the footballer.
Yeah, if I was Tim, I would have used the Prince Andrew's excuse. You know, he's getting accused of those rapes, and he's like, "Oh, well, she said I was sweaty, and unfortunately, I can't sweat." Did you hear that?
No, is that an excuse?
Yeah, it's an excuse he used. He can't sweat. So I would have gone, "I'm sorry, but my lips are too moist. I've got a moisture lip problem, and I can't whistle." Oh, dear. Speaking of angry people, another quick clip here.
Okay.
It's just a quick one, but...
I forgot about this one.
I thought I'd play this. I don't know if you've seen this one yet, Omar.
No, I haven't.
No, but
I haven't seen this. What's this?
It's kind of funny. It's just an Uber driver going mental.
Don't they all?
Yeah, at a passenger. I think they're allowed to. It's their car. If they say, "Get out of my car," probably get out of their car.
Get out of the fucking car, man.
Their car. But it's the way that this guy sort of, like, the way he reacts, and also someone's done a brilliant job of just dumping a little music in there as well.
I want to hear it.
You ready for this?
I'm excited. Let's go.
Sir, can you please tell me where my destination is? I don't give a shit.
What's it? There's a guy, cameras flopping around.
Get out of the car now. Can you please tell me where my destination is?
Get out of the car now.
The ride is over. You have been extremely rude, extremely condescending.
Oh, that's mean. White man.
Get out of my car now.
I don't know where I am.
Wow! Whoa, dude! Whoa! And he's out of energy now.
And of course, there's this guy playing along with the guitar. He's just doing a great job.
Why? Look how red he is now. Oh.
Right to scream at me?
Sounds like it's part of the song.
So good.
Whoa, man. How many
Brilliant.
millions has that got? 1 million.
1.2.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well,
1.2?
That's his original
Fuck.
thing. I think it would have done, because I think I found this on Instagram or TikTok and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
This guy has a bunch of videos where he plays metal along to people having domestic disputes and
Wow.
stuff. So, yeah.
Dude, that guy was angry.
Get out of my car! Get out of my car now!
Fuck. How
But
much?
maybe he could get a job as a metal singer, because give up the Uber,
Yeah.
become a metal singer.
Fuck, man. But I don't think I want to be in the same room as that guy, man.
Oh, maybe you could hire him to do the shit gigs battle.
Yeah, right.
Then
I don't
we'll
want to do
just
it anymore.
play it, and then you don't have to do it and get all
Ah,
tired.
fuck, that'd be so good.
Yeah.
We should get, that's a good call on that. We are after people that can do music. If you guys want a song that you want to play at the beginning of an episode, make it and send it to us. We want a new intro.
That's right.
Maybe why not? Try it, give it a go. We want a new intro.
Whoever made those songs that are on there now, pretty bloody good though.
Fuck, they were amazing though, and I don't want to get some new music, but it'd be quite interesting for a bit. Let's get some people out there to be creative.
Anything you want us to talk about something,
Yeah.
or you find a cool video, or some
I've had
Uber
people
driver
sending me
nutting
shit.
out with heavy metal to it.
Oh, dude,
Send it on down.
that guy was fucking angry, man.
fucking angry.
Do you think like his whole life, that anger? It's not because of her. It's about him,
Yeah,
and it's
of
all
course.
about his life. Like him in an Uber car with even the way that his glasses were and the way that the car looked. I was like, this guy is in divorce, kids. Something's wrong. He's with a fat ass white chick, and he cannot provide for this family. Welfare.
The thing is, sometimes
I'm not here to
you can
judge.
you can be quite a normal, calm person, which I am most of the time. I'm about to admit my own anger issues.
Thank you.
But sometimes I'll have a fucking rage.
Yes, you
I
will.
was trying to finish something. I'm trying to edit something. My computer's not doing what I paid the thousands of dollars for it to do. Then I feel like breaking it in half over
That's
my
right.
fucking knee.
I'm the same. I have anger issues, especially when I'm around family.
I'm a lot better than I used to be.
Yeah, you are, but it's because I don't flat with you. But, but I'm so much like I've noticed I do get these rage moments, and usually when I'm around family, like my mum, I always feel like I get like a little bit pimped up and a bit weird. That's why I'm seeing a psychologist about that. Yeah. But it's
I
just
can't afford to keep smoking.
Just keep smoking. That helps, man. And the booze, that really helps. But dude, yes, it's that anger inside of you. You have to release it somehow.
My mum does that. She's like, "Why haven't you given up smoking yet?" And I'm like, "For the sake of everybody else."
Yeah, if you stopped it, she
There
would tell
would
you
be
to start.
murdered.
She would tell
I
you
would
to keep.
be on the news. You want to be on the 6 o'clock news, Mum, talking about how your son killed some people?
Yeah, random people in the cats in the street.
You threw a wheelbase through a bus driver's fucking front window. God damn it.
God damn it, man. That was
Right.
interesting, man. That was fucking cool.
We were talking earlier.
I was angry.
We were talking earlier about the boxing.
Oh, yep.
And the Tyson match. And
We
we were
were
talking
talking
about
about
movie trailers. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you've seen this, Omar. 2021. There's going to be a sick new movie.
Okay, I'm really hot.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Oh.
Back. And The Mountain from Game of Thrones. You ready for this?
Oh, shit.
This looks quality as
Wait a
fuck.
minute.
You ready for this acting?
Is it actually a
You
movie?
You might be able to learn it if you got a fly in your head.
Do I?
Yeah,
That's how
no.
excited I'm getting. I'm getting like flies are just coming around me because the sense of me just going, I'm going to learn something here, motherfuckers.
Either that
Let's
or
go.
you're a piece of shit.
A bit of that. As well. It's a shirt I've been wearing it for like 5 days. Because Bitcoin's been running every day. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Official trailer 2021.
Of what? What's the movie called?
Desert Strike.
Oh, wow. Desert Strike.
That's right. This is going to be a banger.
What are these companies?
Don't be afraid. I'm far away. You'll be safe here.
He was sent to protect them. That was a terrible...
Oh, let's see that acting.
But, yeah?
It was kind of like your look that you did with the kid with the boat.
Wow, better.
This movie looks like it's got the best play. Look, it's Fat Tyson. So this is before.
This
trained
is
for this
before.
fight.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
My name
is Frank.
What's wrong with his mouth?
He's got a fucking Rocky here.
Has he had a stroke or something?
Interesting thing about Rocky's mouth thing.
Old friends.
He's had a stroke.
They have nothing to do with this. They're just innocent people.
Oh my God. And he laughs it off.
In war, no one is innocent. There are victors and losers, killers and casualties. And I am your savior.
Oh, this is not good at all.
No shit. Even the trailer's rubbish and like, oh, Tyson, he's
They're
fighting.
here for a reason.
He's actually had a stroke.
This is an action movie. He probably had the stroke during the movie.
Probably. Oh, that looks so shit because he was holding on to his...
yeah, like rocket launcher. This looks like...
This looks like a pile of shit.
It looks like it costs about 8p to make.
Is that After Effects?
Yeah, that's After Effects.
Because he's not even... The way that he's holding it and stuff. Fucking hell.
We've got Tyson with a machine gun. Like, there's no plot to this movie. It's
What?
just-
Did you see that?
Yeah.
The strap thing was...
it had a stunt strap
Fucking
on the
hell.
back.
Stunt strap.
Dear. Mike Tyson. Oh, he didn't even hit him.
And
Where's the money?
Oh, dear.
Where's the gold?
I don't want to say it, but this possibly could be the worst movie of 2021.
bodies.
Yeah, they don't want to pronounce that.
No, yeah, let's get rid of that. That's just a waste of fucking time.
Why do fuel tanks explode from a minor accident?
Desert Strike. It looks like it's got no story whatsoever.
Worst acting ever. Just a paycheck.
Fuck, they must have wasted.
That trailer wasn't even well put together.
Nah, and look at all these Arabs. This is look. So read these names out. We've got Julius is, or that's of course the mountain.
Yeah.
But then the producers and shit like Mahmoud, Khalid, Kareem.
El Sobki.
Oh, dude.
Mohammed El Sobki. Is he?
Dude, it could be because El isn't. That's Egyptian. They moved my name to Al because I moved out of Egypt. So, and I come from a family of filmmakers.
So you're related to Mohammed El Sobki.
To the producer. That's for that. How amazing is that? We just found that out on the fucking podcast.
All right, well, we're doing a hypothetical question, but let's do a quick one now. Would you be in that movie?
Well, if I produce it, like
no. Knowing what it is. Would you have appeared in it?
With who? Would I be Mike Tyson?
Okay, let's pretend the movie's about to come out and they're like, oh, we need a bit of a reshoot. We need to add another character.
Okay.
You seeing what the movie is just from the trailer? They asked, 20 grand, Omar.
20 grand!
But you get to be in a movie with Mike Tyson in the mountain.
Oh, that's really going to help my acting career. Fuck yeah, it's going to work. Maybe my boxing or weightlifting career. I'll probably have to say no, man.
Yeah, it looks fucking terrible.
I'm in a new movie. And it's good that my uncle produced that. But what I'm saying is all of that would have been oil money. Like all the Arabs, young Arabs going to their dads, and my cousin, of course, going to his dad.
There's a movie like that on Netflix, which I saw the trailer for, I never watched, and it looks like this. It's like some zombie.
I love that.
It's like some zombie apocalypse thing that happens in Dubai.
Oh,
or something
no,
like that.
shit.
Yeah. And you can tell by like the main actor that he's obviously some rich dude, and he's just like, I've just paid for him to be in a movie.
Yeah.
Because now he can call himself a movie star.
Fucking man. It's the same as like Tyson Fury's fight against. The rematch with him and our good old friend, god damn it, what's his name? The Russian boxer, Dr. Steelhammer.
Jeremy Renner.
Not Jeremy. Vladimir Klitschko.
Oh, yeah?
I had to make that noise to do that, so that it made me think about him. So they
Gave you time to breathe.
He beat Vladimir Klitschko, then of course he lost all the belts, and then he went into that thing. They were going to do a rematch. They couldn't find it. They couldn't pick it due to the WBC. They were demanding that they have to do this rematch for the belts, blah, 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 before it got taken off him, before it got taken off Tyson Fury. So they're like, we need to have a rematch. So a really rich oilman from Dubai, Saudi, said, we're going to have it on a boat. He was going to pay for them to come on a boat and fight while all his Arab mates were going to sit around and watch this fight.
They're the same people that like give Beyonce $1 million to play their daughter's wedding.
Oh yeah,
you know, like,
fucking hell! Like
that
for their
would be-
16th birthday.
Corporate gigs like that. If you're a performer,
Billions.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, guess what? Well, got Fleetwood Mac for the fucking barbecue this afternoon.
Brilliant.
How much does that cost? $1 million.
Millions.
Fucking sweet.
Now it's just like,
and you have to do like 4 songs. They must be like, that's cheaper than going on tour for fucking a month.
oh, and now with the whole COVID, you got to turn up. Oh, it's my daughter's birthday. Can you come do a Skype thing?
Yeah.
And they just come and do a little message. Hi, Natalia and Khadija.
Yeah, well, have you seen that Cameo thing? You know what Cameo is?
Yeah, I have seen Cameo. That's
so
just
you
going
can
nuts.
hire a celebrity for like $20.
Fuck
and they're
you.
like, hey, Dave, hope you have a wonderful birthday. It's me, Jeremy Renner.
One of my friends did that with Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you see that?
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And
Cameo, yeah.
Cameo. And I was like, how the fuck did he get Tony Hawk? But it was Cameo.
Yeah.
So,
People would have paid Tony Hawk like $60.
yeah. Is that all?
Yeah, it's cheap, man. It's not expensive.
You're kidding me. $60.
Let's go on Cameo right now and
my
let's
MG.
Let's see some prices of some celebrity. We can skip these bits.
Let's skip this. This is going to be exciting, people.
Yeah. Let's see how much we can hire. Maybe, let's pay.
Renner.
No, yes. But let's get one of them to go, hey guys, it's Jeremy Renner here, and when I listen to podcasts, I only listen to the Shits and Gigs podcast. And we can make fake endorsements.
Let's do some fake endorsements. We're doing this online right now.
Who can we hire?
Ice-T for $4.50.
$4.50? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't want to for Ice-T.
Paula Abdul.
This thing.
Jerry Springer.
For $125. Who does the pricing of this? Who gives these people value?
It must be on there on how big a celebrity they are.
Well, this one here, Chris Gorm, $20.
I don't know who half these people
Neither
are.
do I.
We're having to scroll through to find good ones.
Yeah, well, this kid here, James.
The In-Betweeners.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's from the Karate Kid. No wonder he's $225 right now because he's
big because Cobra Kai's back for season 2, isn't it? Or
season 3.
Season 3.
The Office.
Got here.
Nah, man.
Is that? Oh no, it was Terry Crews. It was
Cameos for. Oh, these are cameo for charities. Okay.
Oh no, we don't. We want it for our own personal gain.
Athletes, musicians.
So that guy
Lily Allen.
Who cares?
That'd be nice.
Was it 2007?
The game. That'd be fucking great.
Oh, bro.
It's actually not too expensive. So that's how he got it. So let's type in like Billy Boyd.
Actors. See
okay, there we go. Fuck, there's 7,000 actors here.
Yeah, they all got to make a buck in the Rona, bro.
Jesus, creators, comedians.
Who we got?
Don't know any of these.
Don't know any of these people.
Who the fuck is Sean Anthony for $15?
Oh, fuck it. What has he been in?
I don't know. Does it give you their profile of who they are? No, this is stupid.
Chat with him for $2.99.
I don't want to chat to him.
What's he been in? Has he got a little?
No.
There's I met that guy.
Him.
Yeah, from the Scrubs. I met him at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did an interview with him at Comic-Con. Yeah.
Was he wearing the exact same stuff as he's wearing there?
Wearing exactly that.
See,
because they dress up for the Scrubs thing. Because he's the dude, or what's his name? The Chad.
The Chad.
The Chad.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
I don't know who this person is. Oh, Colin McCroy. Yeah. What's his name? Malcroy.
No.
Mockery.
Colin Mockery. That's cool. That's from Whose Line Is Anyway. I love that shit.
That's great.
We could do Colin Mockery.
We could. We need someone better.
We got a Trump impersonator there. These are rubbish, though. Honestly.
Let's type in Jeremy Renner.
Oh, please.
Jeremy. Oh. Well, of course, Renner wouldn't do this. This is like
he's not at that level of shiteness yet.
Nah, you can't do.
No, see, rubbish.
Nothing.
Get out of here.
Tony Hawk. How much was Tony Hawk? The pro skater. Fuck, he's doing it. How much is he?
Because did you get a birthday message?
No, my friend did, and I was wondering how the fuck did he get Tony Hawk, and this is how he got Tony Hawk.
Oh, it's not loading. Tony Hawk is too busy. Well, Tony Hawk's a fucking legend, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, fuck yeah. And it's not like how much is that? Where does it say? Notify when available. Oh, you can't do it.
Well, we'll find the biggest celebrity we can, and we'll get him to do Shits and Gigs
for free. For free, and we'll see what we can get. We'll see if any of them. Why don't we do this?
Why don't you put
crypto?
Why don't you put you on there and see if we can make some? Hey guys, Omar here from
Shits and Gigs.
Shits and Gigs.
You might have seen me from these
McDonald's
ads.
Woodstock Burbs.
All these TV shows like Janet King, Here Come the Habibis. Yeah, okay. Hiding Too. Well, The Code. We can keep going for hours if you want me to.
We could.
But no.
We have to move on.
We do have to move. So that was interesting. I don't know.
We've got a new segment I was gonna try, but we're going to...
A new segment, okay.
Yeah, we're going to move it to next week. Because,
what?
Actually, well, no.
We're running out of time,
do this segment instead.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Ad review.
Okay. Ad review.
So well, basically, we sort of looked at your McDonald's ad.
We watched the whole thing. Yep.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't because we're going to use it for another episode.
And also copyrights.
But I don't know if you guys have noticed that Omar's also in a Woodstock advert as well, aren't you?
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I am in a Woodstock ad. Don't know. Sorry, I'm just getting a message from Tim Hammersy who heard me on the podcast. Yeah. Okay. I did do. And wait a minute. Yeah, I did Woodstock. That's right. Yeah. So 3 of them.
Omar's sort of everywhere at the moment, and I thought it would be we'd have good because Omar's in so many ads at the moment. Each week we could review one of his ads.
Okay, another one.
But the interesting thing about this ad review is I'm actually in a Woodstock commercial from like 2000, maybe like I'd say it's like 2010, 11, somewhere around
8.
there.
It was 8 because we were at Film School 2007. You were the year after.
It was the year after
and
that.
when you did Rise of the Lich Kings, Noel was a bit of an actor back then.
I was a bit of an extra back then.
But it was great. You turned into a werewolf.
Oh yeah, I'll have to find that clip.
You did have.
Post it up.
You sent it. Was it on your Facebook or something?
I don't know. I skipped.
I saw it.
I skipped through the movie ages ago and I couldn't find it, so maybe it got cut out.
It would have got cut out.
Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to review Omar's Woodstock advert.
Brilliant.
I'm going to review my Woodstock advert from 2008.
I can't wait.
I'm going to see which one's the best.
Okay. Who's going to rate them?
The audience. We can post them up on the Shits and Gigs, but this is just for us. So maybe you could dissect. Obviously you can acting.
Yeah.
You might be a bit biased towards your one. So let's watch Omar's.
I don't think I'll be biased at all.
Let's watch Omar's Woodstock advert. There you go.
Okay.
How long is this one?
This is only 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Okay, so. Oh, look at that.
I am your father.
It's clever.
I am your father.
Not bad.
I am your father.
Wow.
You're my
The gag. You're my son.
I am your father.
I wish you were my father.
Jordan Booney.
Pretty.
That's the spirit. You know,
for the people that are just listening, so Omar's sitting at a table
with some other
with some Woodstock cans.
We're supposed to be 23 years old in that.
Yep, doesn't look like it.
Nope.
And then none of you did.
None of us did.
And then he they're talking into cans doing the I am your
So
father.
it's about the muffledness of the can.
Interesting fact. Do you know what the line was in the original movie
of Star Wars?
Yeah.
It was. No, I don't.
It was. So what would you think it was?
I am your father.
What's the word before that?
I was.
No. So something. I am your father.
Luke.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Oh no, what does he say?
He says it's actually, and I've got
Duke.
it here. It's. Oh no, that's not it.
That's your ad.
It's no. I am your father, and there's a common misconception that everybody thinks that it's like.
I think it is Luke.
Are you sure? Should we find out? I'm 100%.
This is going way. We'll get back to the rating that my ad was better than Noel's, but we do need to see. So you're saying that he's saying no.
Yeah.
I am
so
your
the common
father.
misconception is everybody goes, it's Luke. I am your father,
And everyone says it like that.
but it's not. It's actually no. I am your father.
Because what does he say before that? What does Luke say?
He told me you killed him. No. I am your father.
Told you. Isn't that interesting? But why does everybody think it's Luke? I'm your father. It's one of those. Have you heard of what's it called? The Mandela effect.
Yeah, I have.
It's one of those where everybody thinks that it's like Luke, I'm your father, and that's if somebody asked anybody what the line was, everybody would say Luke, it's your father.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's no, I'm your father.
I fell for that trap.
Yeah. Anyway, good ad, Omar.
Thank
Good
you.
ad.
Not bad.
So, any fun stories from the set there? Did you get a bit pissed up on the?
Actually, yeah, they gave us a little bit of booze there because we kept on saying to the art department guy that was loading up the beers with water. We said, well, it's getting quite close to 3 o'clock, which means, and he goes, I know what you mean. And we didn't really go, we didn't think we were going to get booze, but we did.
Yeah.
So he started feeding us with those booze. And the thing was, that was probably, again, one of the most unprofessional shoots I've been on because the director was in Australia and we had a girl that had to go around with a thing. And there was even one point where when she was there and the director was talking to us, but her face, and she was actually doing the facial expressions of the director. And I was like,
what the fuck?
And I said, can you just put this on your face, please?
That's weird.
And then she got so offended.
Really?
I got told off by the producer for the second time of the day.
Well, you don't have that Tom Cruise clout yet, bro.
But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. I still was I made as much noise on that set as possible, man. Like people, they loved me though. Like the producer said, look, Omar, you can't be doing that. I'm like, doing what? He was mimicking or being a mime or something.
My one, I couldn't have fake water ones because I had to crack the can.
So you had a bad art department.
I had to have a sip every time
of actual bourbons.
So by the time I left, anyway, let's play my one and have a look. By the time I left, I was pretty wankered, and they filled my boot full of liquor. So
I got over 100 cans.
Yeah, remember I brought them all back to the house.
Yeah, that's what ruined my gut back then.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink that. No offense to Woodstock, but I wouldn't drink that garbage these days.
Dude, I had that day. I had a couple.
So bad for you.
I gave most of mine to my friends and all my friends out west because, dude, I had like 2 of them, and the non-sugar
filthy,
ones burnt the shit out of my gut.
It's just filthy.
Okay, here we go. This is Noel's.
Girls, just chilling, relaxing.
There'll be many times you find
There you
yourself
go.
enjoying
Wolf.
New Zealand's
From
number
Old.
one
Outrageous.
bourbon and cola.
Yeah. Outrageous fortune.
But is it okay if your mate's girlfriend gives you a woody? Yes, it is okay. But only if your mate gets a woody too.
Hey, home. Yeah. Cheers. Awesome.
Crack a woody.
That was definitely improv by you.
Well, awesome.
Yeah.
That was it was in the script. That was my one line.
Really?
Yeah,
You played it well.
They didn't have any other options. I was, like rad or whatever.
Awesome was good.
Anyway, so describing the ad for viewers.
So we have two people on the couch, a Westie. See, all these Woodies, mine was supposed to be Westie as shit, but so you had a girl and a guy sitting on a couch, and you had
it's the mum, isn't it?
It's the mum.
Oh no, it's the missus.
It's the missus. It's your missus in this.
Yeah.
So the guy that was doing the voiceover, which is Wolf from Outrageous Fortune, I can't remember his actual name, and Lost, he's in there as well.
Yeah. Big actor.
So I've something Gavin, I can't remember his name now. Met him a few times actually. And so they're on the couch, these two people, and he's doing all the voiceover and going from room to room, and he goes, "Is it wrong if your mate gives your girlfriend a Woody?" And then Noel walks in. And he's all like confused about what's going on with his bag and no beanie on.
Why are you hanging out with my missus?
Why are you there with my missus? Yeah. And then
been working all day, hard.
Well, it just looked like you've just been to the gym or something.
Character.
Yeah, I know.
But it was my work bag.
Is that what it was? You look like
I've been wearing gym clothes. Look at me. I look like a bogan too.
You do look like a bogan. That's your own clothes, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, the jeans weren't, and I got to keep them, and they were $200 Levi's. So,
I love when they do that.
I love it. Yeah.
And then you sit down because you came in without the beanie. Though I saw a bit of. You've got it on. You're right. I like
my sunglasses.
Yeah, well, they should give you some money for that.
Yeah.
And then our guy goes, "No, it is all right if that." And then you sit down and have a Woody with your mate.
I crack it and I go awesome. Anyway, audience, who do you think did the better ad?
Well,
Omar's.
We've already got like the camera people, and we've got Sunili Alione, who's our new guy. Rangi's gone. We've got another guy called Sunili Alione, who's our camera guy. He doesn't even know what the ad's going on. He wants a bourbon, basically, doesn't he?
Yeah. You shouldn't have hired that blind camera operator.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, no. Look, I think mine's better.
Oh well, as you would. But I'd probably happen to agree with you. But I've got clout though because I've got famous Wolf actor from Lost in there. And
you
stuff,
do.
So,
but then so does mine. Me.
Oh yeah.
You see what I mean?
Mr. Advert.
And also Darth Vader. Come on.
Yeah, but if you say Omar the actor, you don't say from Lost. It's like from the McDonald's ad.
Well, that means something, doesn't it?
And you'll be like campaign. Ad campaign.
Moving on.
Yes.
Moving on.
All right. Jeremy Renner news, bro.
Oh shit! Boom! Bow! I have to go a bit higher and not much energy because I'm losing my energy and it's starting to hurt.
It's fucking hot in here.
It's fucking hot.
I don't know if
you know what is hot? That post lady. The post lady that just drove past and the post van. Oh, dude.
Oh, little cute.
Oh, look. Actually, there's just a bit of a rat on this side.
Only one side of her face is nice.
Jeremy Renner news is that it was his birthday, actually. The Renner's birthday.
How old was he? 86?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Siri. We need to find out how. Hey, Siri. I haven't set Hey, Siri on my new iPhone 12 Plus Max. Hey, Siri.
Advert money.
Wow.
That's what Woodstock
Bitcoin.
McDonald's.
How old is Jeremy Renner? Come on.
Jeremy Renner is 50 years old.
Holy shit.
So he just hit his 50th birthday.
Wow.
So
he doesn't look a day over 48.
Oh, no. And no, he doesn't. And here's a nice little video here of Jeremy Renner.
Walking through a beautiful morning walk.
Just walking.
Yeah. Get better than this.
Oh, fuck, he's an idiot.
Okay, so if you go and see the video, he's walking down the road, he's wearing a cowboy hat, and he's got a gruff voice. Because apparently, if you put a cowboy hat on, your voice gets 40% gruffer.
I think so. Let's try to find another video when he hasn't got a hat on. Oh, here's one here.
And he's like, hey, guys.
Hi, guys. Merry Christmas. What's he doing here? No, he's just doing a time lapse. There with his daughter that bites people.
That's why she's got a mask. It's a muzzle.
Like the dog you are.
Okay, all right. Anyway.
I want to find a gruffing. Come on.
Oh, it's him working out. Maybe he should fight Hemsworth.
No, that would just be a raping and a half.
That would just be like an adult beating up a child.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Okay, moving on.
What
were we doing anyway?
I don't know.
Jeremy Renner news.
Jeremy Renner, it's his birthday. That's it. Bye. Next. He's not doing anything. Still unemployed.
He's a day older.
I haven't got any of the information. I don't know where it's all gone.
Now it's time to get him to everybody's favourite thing. And
what is it? I don't know where we are.
About a month and a half since we had this. But
what
it's
is it?
A hypothetical question.
Oh, my favourite bit. Let's go for it.
I don't know if you can remember. I asked Omar whether he would prefer to be an actor like a Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian.
Oh, dude. Have we even talked about that yet?
The Mandalorian is just fucking so good.
if you guys haven't watched it, oh wait a minute, there's a bit of a recommendation station.
Yeah,
The Mandalorian
and recommendation station and
hypothetical question
together.
That's how we do it now. We adapt.
Combining.
Our producer over there, Janine, is like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?
Shut your trap, woman,
idiot!" But it doesn't matter. We can do that. There is a show structure. We send them the stuff, and they come up with ideas, and they come back to us,
and then we do whatever we want.
And then we do whatever we want. We were going away from some of the stuff that we were supposed to. We've even gone over. Look at it. 15 minutes. Mandalorian is so fucking good, man. And I just love the storyline. I love how westernized it is, as in like Western style of like cowboys and Indians.
And I just wasn't expecting the Tem to turn up.
Spoiler alert!
Fucking swinging around a goddamn wire tar with a rusty saw blade on the end. That was awesome.
Did you see that the behind the scenes?
No.
That was actually.
I don't like watching behind the scenes because
neither do I. But I only watch the ones that get popular and you see them on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I should have actually got that video. We should have played it. He said to the director, "I think this needs to be more cultural, like Maori." So he said, "How about this massive tomahawk?" And they
put
actually
a big fucking saw blade in there.
Exactly, and then
that was sick.
That was great.
And he knows how to swing one of those.
Totally does,
too.
and it looks fucking good, man.
Yeah, and it's because. That's what you forget is when it's set in space that of course there'd be all these different cultures and these different weapons and these different things and stuff like that.
But also remember he's a clone. He's like all the clones of all of some of the roids that were not roids. No, they're not. Wait, the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't they the clone ones? So we only saw.
There's ones pre-clone and then there's ones after the clone. So there's ones like Bill Burr's character that or the black guy from the Disney one.
Yeah.
Like
that's
they're
after
stormtroopers that have like broken out.
Yeah.
But then they didn't have enough of them, so they built all the clones.
That's right.
But I think they built that clone army for something else.
That's right.
And then the Empire stole them or something.
Yeah, something like that. Remember, because if you go back to the original Star Wars,
they're all Temmies.
They're all Temmies. But then if you go back to the original Star Wars, all their voices have been voiced over to Temmie.
That's right.
So then it was the pre-Empire, pre-A New Hope when the Clone Wars happened.
And that works perfectly for exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, cool, can't wait.
Which is the voice dubbing over.
There we are. Nice segue. This is all about. We should just call the shits and segues. Yeah, so
all
good.
links together.
I know.
Anyway, Pedro Pascal, the guy who plays the Mandalorian.
Brilliant until we saw his face.
Fantastic. Well, that was one of his. I think it was rumored that he wasn't too happy that we weren't going to see his face.
Thank God.
But maybe that's why we did see his face.
But he had that moment.
6. It was episode 6.
It was episode 16. If you look at it. 16.
Season 2. Whatever.
Fuck, that was good.
So, it was great that we did see his face. He's a phenomenal actor.
And he had that moment there. He had a great moment.
But we're all talking about dubbing the voiceover. So we asked Omar, would he originally want to be the guy that dubbed over the voice or have his voice dubbed over? And here's a great example of why it's important to dub your voice over.
Okay, why is that?
If we look at the original guy, Darth Vader.
It
was the voice was dubbed in by James L. Jones afterwards.
Who passed away.
So let's have a wee listen.
Oh, he's alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
But unfortunately, the Darth Vader,
the
guy we're about to see,
the body.
He died of the Rona. So a bit sad. But let's have a listen to Darth Vader's voice before it got dubbed.
Start tearing this ship apart piece by piece until you find those tapes. Find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive.
Thank God.
Yeah. See, it doesn't have that same
Thank
impact.
God.
There's another little quick scene here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic...
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
Yeah, thank God.
It never would have worked. It never would have worked.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
So what's it going to be, Omar? Would you prefer to have your voice dubbed over or you be the voice?
I would rather be the voice.
You would rather be the voice
totally.
than the actor gets...
Totally.
Yeah. They get more recognition.
Because that guy could just be...
Because everybody knows Darth Vader as James Earl Jones.
Totally, that's
they
it.
They don't know this guy.
Yeah. So the Mandalorian, he was in the same scenario then. He was like, well, I need you, of course, Jon Favreau, fucking legend. I need you to show people that I am actually...
Well, they did use his voice.
They did. They used his voice, and then we saw him. Yeah. But the voice of Mando was incredible. Like, he has such a good voice.
There's definitely a filter on it. So
there
it sounds like he's inside the helmet and stuff.
But also, that was his voice, and it was amazing. Amazing episode.
So you'd be the voiceover.
I would be the voiceover.
Yeah,
totally.
Well, I haven't got time to do another hypothetical question, but we're going to get back into it seriously. in the next episode of the show.
There we go. That comes to the end. Bang, bang, motherfuckers. This is the end of the episode. Thank you very much for listening. That was a very good episode. It was longer than most. But you know what? That's the thing. People have recommended this. They want to see longer. 1 hour is not enough. We just went 1 hour and a bit.
Yeah, we had a bit of catching up to do.
We did. And look, we don't want to rush this shit, man. Some episodes feel quite rushed and stuff. So there's either we do more, less time, or we do less and more time.
Yeah.
And it's just... whatever, it works out well. But thank you very much for coming out. This is the first episode back. Thank you, Noel. Thank you, crew. Just want to do a quick little, just straight to camera, straight edge here. No funny, no, straight edge here. A good friend of ours, Matthew Hart, passed away recently. We went to film school with him. I did a lot of ventures with him.
We did
lots of event stuff with him, and
very well-known guy around our little community and of filmers. And
and legend in the field, big Matty Hart, and unfortunately he passed away recently, and it was quite hard hitting. And we just want to say out there, if you're ever in doubt or if you need a hand at anything, just reach out, man. Just reach out to someone and ask for help, because, you know, it goes a long way, and you're not alone in this world. No one is.
That's the thing. If they're in that state, they think they won't be missed, and they're very much missed.
They are. And
so we're dedicating this episode to Matthew Hart. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Matthew Hart. But on that note, thanks, guys. Thank you. Come back next week. Like it up, and let's go. Thank you, and good night.
Goodbye.
The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast are for general information only, and any reference on the information provided in this podcast is done at your own risk. This podcast should not be considered professional advice whatsoever. The third-party materials or content of any third-party site referenced in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the opinions, standards, or policies of the owner.